Okay, so I wanted to make sure I took time before we got into anything and mention that I have been getting some feedback. It seems like everybody likes the videos. One of the things that I have been asked to do though is slow down on how much I'm giving you and allowing you time to work it. So I'm going to be putting out a longer video and then a shorter video, or just a very long video and not putting out another short video. That way it sort of helps force you guys into studying the video and studying the technique. That way you're actually getting the technique. I could throw out hours and hours of drills, but it's useless if you're not following through on them, because as soon as you get a chance to do it, all of a sudden I throw a new one out and now you want to see that one. So I'm trying to slow this down a little bit to kind of help facilitate training and repetition. I will be doing another video this week for the Panantukan Thai class. That's actually going to be where our Thai pads come in. I'm excited about this. I'm very excited about this actually. I've had this on my brain for a couple weeks now that I really want you to see this, but I'm trying to get through sort of a unit, if you will, of destruction. And once we get past that, we'll start actually hitting some pads. And while we're hitting the pads here, we will get a sweat going as long as you have a pad at home. If you don't have a pad at home, I'm sure you could do this with a pillow. And I would hope that everybody has a pillow. But I'm really excited about this upcoming week's lesson on the Thai pad work. So, that being said, I want to close out our destructions off the cross, not by saying that these are going to be all of the destructions you can do, but these are the ones that I tend to do the most. These are the ones that we tend to do the most here at Babma. I like these quite a bit. Again, this is not all of them, okay? So, we focused quite a bit on, we had the splits, we had the guntines, we had the elbows, we had the outside verticals, we had all these upper body shots. But I haven't focused much at all on how to use your lower body against their cross. So that's what we're gonna hit here. We're gonna start off and we're gonna just slowly picture a cross coming at my nose or at my jaw, and then we'll add it into our glove drill format. So from this position here, if a cross is coming at my head, what I'd like to start with is just, we call it the short knee, okay? So the cross is coming at me, I parry, and I drive that knee underneath into their rib cage. And my hands, they're up here in my stance, and I just swat it down, and I act like I'm putting their hand in my right pocket, and I drive this knee up, and I hit them right in the ribs. If you don't want to hit the ribs, you can maybe aim for the hip or the thigh, but this one works great against the ribs. So, short knee straight into the ribs is a great option. Now, another option is going to be still using this rear hip. This cross comes at me, I'm going to actually kind of parry this, and this foot is going to come out, and I'm going to stomp. It's a cross stomp. It's a yatuk. Parry and yatuk, or parry and cross stomp. Parry and cross stomp. You can do double parry if you want. You can cover and parry, but you're cross stomping. So where this comes in handy, so if I'm throwing this cross, that first one, that knee is going to just blast me right here or here. Whereas if I throw this cross, my weight loads up from my rear, I push, and I'm driving the shot across. Rotating just slightly onto this lead foot, that cross stomp is going to come hit that lead foot and take that lead out from under me. So if I throw the cross here and you stomp there, that's going to buckle that plant leg. I really like that shot. So this cross comes in, I parry and take that cross stomp. Or I parry and take that lead knee. And then lastly, I like this one more on its own, just because I'm lanky. If you're not lanky, you should be able to add a parry to this. Or if your timing isn't very good, add a parry to this. But if I see that cross wind up, you just rear teep, okay? So we've got 3 off the rear. So you have the teep, you have the cross stomp, and you have the short knee. Now, with that teep, again, if I'm throwing a big wound up overhand or a big straight cross, and I see this shot coming, and I can, if I see their shot coming, I can take that teep, I can hit them right in the chest with it, and just fold them, taking any power away from this hand. So this starts to come in, and then you get teeped. The leg is typically longer than an arm, typically. There's obviously mismatches out there, but if you have the right timing and the right speed trained into that foot, you'll be able to reach that teep before they can reach your face. If you really want to practice this, lean back and focus on that hip shot right there, okay? So we've got the rear knee, the rear cross stomp, and the rear teep. The other one that I really like that involves this rear side is what we would call the chassé. Essentially what happens here is if I'm in this position and I see this cross coming at me, I parry it and I step and I hit a side kick, but it's not, you know, a traditional side kick. It's a chambered side kick that explodes into the side of their knee. I get the term chassé from Savate. I'm not entirely sure what the terminology would be in a Panantukan system. So if you know, please let me know. So anyway, the cross comes at me, I parry that and shoot that side knee. So again, if I'm the one throwing the cross, they parry my cross, that chassé can hit here and buckle this knee. That's typically my target, okay? That lead knee. If I'm with someone who's a bit shorter than me, again, this is situation dependent. If I'm with someone who's a bit shorter than me, again, I'm fairly lanky, I can parry this, but instead of stepping more laterally, I step in on the female triangle, I can hit that rear knee. So as this shot is coming in, I can hit right in here like so. Ideally, again, you're hitting the side of the knee. We tend to hit the thigh for training, and it just tends to kind of roll it this way on them, as opposed to popping a knee or anything like that. So there's 4 options now: knee, cross stomp, rear teep, and side kick or chassé off of their cross. Of those 3, the rear teep is my least favorite. It seems the slowest. I prefer the lead teep, which is what we're getting to next. So again, if you don't have the quickness of your legs, if you don't have range, if you don't have timing, you're going to have to parry these, okay? If you happen to have a better angle on them when they throw their cross, however that might be, then this one will work really well. So I lean back and I throw that teep, okay? Again, that teep, you're trying to just buckle their hips. You're trying to collapse their chest in. That way, with their punch, it just misses. Or if it doesn't miss, it has completely lost all of its power because of the way you've just caved them in. So the lead teep is right there. Another option you can do, we will do this more off of a shoulder roll, which again, I've mentioned this time and time again. If you're doing shoulder rolls, be very, very, very mindful that they are not throwing that rear round kick. And one way you can prepare against that rear round kick is, let's say you shoulder rolled and you ate that kick and it sucked, and you somehow are still standing. The round might be going on, whatever the case is. But from this position here, that shoulder roll comes in and you jam that side kick up into the rear hip. So the shoulder roll is going to defend your face. The side kick is going to defend your leg. So you roll and hit that hip. So if I'm hitting the cross, this is going here, they miss this, and all of a sudden, as I go to throw this shot here, I get blasted in the hip again with that side kick. So you have defense against both options there. So we've got the lead teep, which can again be done. If I just have great timing and great flexibility and speed, I'll just snap that out and bring it in, right? If I need to parry it, I can parry it and hit that shot there. Parry and teep, okay? I can also hit my shoulder roll and my side kick, right? So the next one that we'll do is if you happen to be on the inside, the wrong side, if you will, of a big overhand or a cross. You just didn't have the sort of timing, you didn't have the range or the angles you needed. All of a sudden this came in and you're stuck. There might be ropes along this side here, so you can't just slip out to that outside. So what I want you to do is I want you to take your hands, I want you to cover and connect, okay? So this is here, bang, drive that shot in. And this one here is not gonna be like a power shot. Your idea of this one is you're just dropping this knee in to try and get them to fold so you can hit and find your way back to a better angle. But instead of just covering and going, oh shit, here it comes, But I want you to do is you see that cross coming at you, you cover it however you need to cover it, and then this lead leg hits their hip or their lead leg. So right now I'm going to be doing this against a left lead. So I'll use my bleach bottle from my seal-out class. Bleach, important. So if I'm here like so, and this jab and like overhand comes in, or jab and a cross comes in, and I can't get to this outside, and I didn't do any of these instructions that we've been covering up top, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just cover that and take this lead knee either into their hip, into their stomach, or into that lead leg. I'm going to drop that shot right into that lead leg. Again, I'm not doing any of this to keep standing here in the pocket. I'm doing this so I can get out and then throw some bigger shots. Okay? So, we have covered jab, catch, jab, rear teep. Or jab, catch, jab, parry, and rear teep. We have covered jab, catch, jab, short knee, jab, catch, jab, cross stomp. Jab, catch, jab, parry and chassé, or jab, catch, jab, just chassé. Okay? So that's the rear round options. Or my rear hip options, excuse me. The lead hip options, we started with the teep. So 1, 2, 3, teep. 1, 2, 3, and teep. This works really well if you have somebody already timed. You know their rhythm when they throw a jab only or a jab and a cross. So if you've got their rhythm down, you know, hey, that's a jab, oh shit, jab, cross, bang. You drive that teep up. It's just an easy way of keeping them away. Okay? Next one we did was jab, catch, jab, and then shoulder roll and side kick. Jab, catch, jab, shoulder roll and side kick. Jab, catch, jab, shoulder roll and side kick. And then the last one I've shown you here so far was this lead knee. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, cover this, hit that knee, or 1, 2, 3, cover and knee at the same time. 1, 2, 3, knee. Okay? You're just driving something in there to try and offset their base so you can get out. All right? So that is the 7 options we've covered. Now I want to make it 8. Okay? I'm also going to let you know I am not good at this one. Okay? I have seen this done a few times. I've had this done to me a lot of times, but I haven't quite figured out the timing of it yet. So what's going to happen here is this one will go here, 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 and what will happen is they'll parry this, and as they do, they cross step behind, and then they'll take this shot, and they'll take a shot right up to your neck. I've been hitting the liver with it. I've been hitting the liver with it, and I've been hitting the neck with it, and it sucks. Okay? Again, I haven't quite figured out the flexibility, the timing of this one yet, but I wanted to at least show you something that has happened to me. Okay? So as this cross comes in, they've parried that, they've crossed that behind, and this foot comes out from underneath here, and it'll tap you here, or it'll tap you in here. And it's a toe shot, or an instep shot, and it sucks. So here's 1, 2, 3, parry, cross step, and hit that shot. 1, 2, 3, parry, and hit that shot. Now, again, I'm not very good at that one, but I wanted to make it 8, because I like even numbers. But at the same time, I also wanted to show you stuff that I'm not great at, because you might be. Those of you who have better hip flexibility than I do, those of you who have a more, I guess, toe kick background than I do, this might be right up your alley. And I wanted to at least put that out there. So you have 4 on this hip, 4 on this hip, and you should have a pretty good base of destroying the cross. Or if you're not destroying the cross, you're at least destroying their base so their cross has no power. I wanted to wrap up our cross destruction sort of unit with the lower body. There's a lot of material here to work, so I hope you have fun doing it. I hope you burn your hips out as much as I am working these, and have fun. Thank you.